Welcome to the draft edition of Browns Lab with your host Aaron and the star of the show, Peanut, the Browns fan Labrador. We're just here talking about our mock draft and everything. So I'm going to get started and show you what my mock draft looks like this year. Alright. Alright. My mock draft looks more or less like a lot of people's, obviously, with the first two just being the Colts, Andrew Luck, and the Redskins are going to be picking up Robert Griffin III, which we tried to trade for, unfortunately unsuccessfully. Moving on with the Browns. Browns have a lot of options here. They can go wide receiver, which they definitely need. They can go running back. They can go quarterback. But I have them actually picking with Trent Richardson from Alabama. I have Matt Khalil going to number 3 to the Vikings. But Trent Richardson's going to right away be an impact player. They say he's the best quarterback prospect coming out since Adrian Peterson. So it'll be really awesome to see him in a Browns uniform, running over some Steelers and some Ravens, and it'll be really nice to see. Another way they can go is Morris Claiborne. There's a lot of different arguments. I heard one recently about the defense is actually the Browns' best part of their football team right now is their defense. And if we're able to pick up another great piece to our defense, it can make our defense from good to even like great, and then we can just kind of focus the rest of the draft just on offense. So it's definitely definitely a possibility there, and they could also trade back as well. Go on to the next, Justin Blackmon, the best wide receiver prospect. Melvin Ingram, who's just a phenomenal defensive end, which I would love to see in a Browns uniform, like half these first-round picks. But you only get really one pick per round, and the Browns are kind of lucky to have 2 this year. We got Ryan Tannehill, the Browns quarterback, the quarterback that they're talking about. The Browns are talking about at the number 4 spot, but it's kind of high for him. And it was interesting. I've heard recently that Ryan Tannehill, when he came to visit the Browns, he didn't even get to see Mike Holmgren when he was there, the president of the Browns. And it kind of makes it seem, if they were really serious about drafting Ryan Tannehill, that Mike Holmgren would have been there too as well. But we'll see. Michael Floyd's kind of an interesting spot because a lot of people think he might be just as good as Justin Blackmon. That'll probably be taken earlier. But the Browns, if they end up trading back with another team and maybe getting some extra picks, if they trade back to the 6, 7, 8, 9 area, Michael Floyd very well might be a person that they might pick up as the number 1 receiver. Got Luke Kitchie, linebacker, going there to the Bills. Kansas City picking up the stud defensive guard, and Seahawks picking up a tackle there. The Cardinals picking up the offensive tackle from Iowa. Dallas up in the secondary. Philadelphia actually was going to have a different player there, but they recently lost their offensive tackle, and that's a definite need for them because they lost their all-pro offensive tackle. The Jets with Quentin Coples, this guy could be top 5 athlete, but he's just had a lot of problems actually being motivated to produce. He kind of admitted to a lot of teams that he only played about half the snaps, or he only tried about 3/4 of the time. The rest of the time he only kind of half tried. Which isn't really what you want to hear from a college prospect. The Bengals helping their secondary. For the Bengals and the Ravens and the Steelers, I almost wish that they didn't. I could give them somebody crappy, but they're gonna improve as well, and hopefully the Browns just improve more. Dontario Poe, the stud defensive tackle, just a crazy athlete that he is. This huge guy that just is so fast, but really didn't have that much college production, or he'd probably be drafted even higher. Tennessee helping their defensive front. And the Browns, Kendall Wright, I have them going to their 2nd pick of the first round. So this will be really interesting because this guy really would help the West Coast offense. A fast receiver that really could do a lot to help them. Unfortunately, the Bengals have another pick in the first round as well, and they're going to be helping their team. And this really could flip-flop as well. Kendall Wright could be somebody the Bengals pick up at 21. And then at 22, we might end up drafting somebody like Stephen Hill. And I've heard also good things about Ruben Randall as well from LSU. Could be another possibility for the Browns. So it'll be interesting. I think they really need. They're going to go running back, wide receiver. That would be very helpful. Or possibly if we trade back, we can go wide receiver, then offensive tackle, and pick up a running back in the second or third. Either way, the Browns definitely have a lot of spots where they need help. So just to finish off my mock draft real quick, got the Lions helping their secondary, the Steelers picking up an offensive lineman, which is obviously going to help them. Although it's nice that their line hasn't been that great the last couple of years. It was nice to see Ben Roethlisberger getting sacked. The Texans could pick up the linebacker. Okay, England goes with Whitney Mercilus, who led all college football in sacks this last year. Green Bay Packer got another defensive end that's going to help them. Ravens pick up a center, and San Fran helps Frank Gore. He takes a load off, takes a running back out of Miami, Lamar Miller, the fastest running back in the draft. And New England helps their secondary, which they really could have used in the Super Bowl with Harrison Smith. And the Giants picked the best overall tight end with Kobe Fleener out of Stanford. So, all right. Well, this is my mock draft. I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what I'm foreseeing with the Browns. You know, as a Browns fan, it's one of the most exciting times of the year because of a time of year we can actually make our football team better by hopefully taking amazing college players that will help the Browns not suck as bad. Which is, you know, the goal every year for the Browns. You know, if they can just get that at 8-8, you know, if it could only be mediocre, I think we'd all be pretty excited. So, all right. So from Browns Lab, from Aaron, and got Peanut here too. We wish you guys goodbye and go Browns.